Travis doing good, so in case you're missing it, YouTube has been trying to cast me out of YouTube because of their Mormon employees to censor and silence my voice in warning Mormons. And Mormons have rejected every word I say. And as a consequence, I am being cast out of Utah. It's the church who gave the orders, and the Mormons obeyed. I'm being cast out. And as much as Mormons cheer, it's not a good thing. Have you not read your own Book of Mormon? Taking from the lesson of Sodom, Helaman, chapter 13, verse 14. And who is speaking this? Samuel the Lamanite, huh? But behold, in verse 14, it is for the righteous' sake that Zarahemla is spared. But behold, the time cometh, saith the Lord, that when ye shall cast out the righteous from among you, then shall ye be ripe for destruction. Yea, woe be unto this great city, because of the wickedness and abominations of desolations which are in her. I don't understand why it is that historically, when humans are ignorant, they are more wicked. That intelligence, real intelligence, not ability to memorize, but ability to learn, teaches humans to be more humane towards each other. But such is the case, as it's demonstrated multiple times throughout history. I know Mormons believe that Utah is Zion and that it will last through the millennium. The priesthood will never be taken from the earth again. And so you rewrite church history to prove it. Because it was taken from the earth with the murder of Joseph Smith. I saw a clip quoting Sandra Tanner yesterday from I can't remember if it was from one of the movies involving the God Makers, in which she said that because the government threatened the church under Wilford Woodruff, that to save the church, Wilford Woodruff relented and stopped the practice of polygamy. Sandra Tanner is wrong.
What?
There's information Sandra Tanner does not know. It's called the Edmunds-Tucker Act. Come on, Sandra. The church was shut down. That's why Wilford Woodruff relented. Because the United States of America shut down the church. He really had no choice. The church ceased to exist. The branches that still practiced polygamy were the ones upset that Wilford Woodruff didn't go to war to save polygamy. But what she also missed is that the Edmunds-Tucker Act shut down the church because of tithing. Brigham Young initiated tithing to extort temple attendants at first, but then he used it here in Utah for turning the foreign converts to American citizens. Pay your full tithing, we'll give you citizenship. That practice the government got wind of and went after them with the Edmunds-Tucker Act. And in the process of shutting down that, oh, you're practicing polygamy too. Yeah, no, you can't do that either. But the church wants us to believe it was all about polygamy. And so, oops, Sandra, you missed some documents. And so you get Oaks the other month getting up, telling a group of people in Virginia that the right to practice polygamy was denied by the United States of America and needs to be restored. It was Mormons' religious freedom that was persecuted. For polygamy? That's a crime. What the hell is wrong with you? What Mormons also, Sandra Tanner, does not realize, the Edmunds-Tucker Act was eventually repealed. Can you guess which year? Why would it be that year? Why is Travis teasing us? He's making us Google search Edmunds-Tucker Act to find out that it was repealed in 1978. What happened over conference, April conference, 1978? Do you remember where you were at that time? The Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints received word from Jesus Christ through his prophet, who was too sick to attend conference, so N. Eldon Tanner got up and spoke. As just a baptized Mormon that year, was on my mom's lap, and all of a sudden the whole audience is muttering, and I'm like, what's going on? I don't know. The church got the United States of America to drop the Edmunds-Tucker Act, and as a quid pro quo, said, okay, blacks can get the priesthood and go to the temple. And everybody misses the bigger picture, including ex-Mormons. So Jesus now is no longer racist. Bruce R. McConkie has to edit his Mormon doctrine yet again. And Godmakers is finally confounded. Oops, wait a minute. It was published in 82 or 88, something like that. When I was 12 years old, around there, when my born-again Christian friends in Southern California came to tell me about it. And so conference for us in Southern California, we had to go to our stake center where the satellite was so that we could watch conference over the satellite feed. And we were sitting in the back because we were late. In the overflow section of the stake center. Does that mean that the church all of a sudden is righteous? That they're no longer bigoted? Well, you have to sort of show with works in restoring the damage. That's what every single Mormon is taught regarding repentance. Repentance isn't just saying, oops, my bad, you now have to forgive me. Repentance involves recognizing you did something wrong and doing everything you can to repair the damage. And so, Alma and the Sons of Mosiah, oh, we were speaking bad about the true church, calling it the false church, and we've led a bunch of people astray, Nephites astray, and so they started their missions to try to restore the Nephites back. But nope, it was a deep state plot, and they wouldn't believe. And so Alma and the Sons of Younger decided, okay, I guess we'll go to the Lamanites instead. Yeah. But Samuel the Lamanite, the name of God, and so yeah, it just so happens that good sell does not mean a good seller, a seller of goods, a good quality of selling of goods. Nope. The good is actually God, for God. And so here I am, telling Mormons about their wickedness, warning them of desolation that's coming, the abomination of desolation. I did that video yesterday. But I'm being cast out, as it is very clear Mormons have rejected every single word of Joseph Smith. Mormons don't believe that Jesus said Jesus is an abomination, so we're not supposed to be Christian. We're not supposed to have Jesus as our Christ. That's from the first vision. Book of Mormon says Joseph Smith Jr. is our Christ, the founder. Mormons don't believe it was Nephi who came to Joseph Smith. They demand it be Moroni. Mormons reject that it was gold plates. They insist it's golden. That was another error in the God Makers, because they called it golden plates. It's gold, guys. Get your metals right. If you're going to attack the church, get your metals right. And yes, despite all the evidence showing Joseph Smith did not commit the crime of polygamy, nonetheless, the church has succeeded in getting CNN to now alter church history to claim that the 1835 edition of the Doctrine and Covenants contains section 132 for polygamy. Fast facts of Mormonism, huh? Well, you got to get them right. But again, not as bad as saying golden rather than gold for the God Makers, but nonetheless, still an error talking about Mormonism. But it doesn't matter. Mormons, thank you. Polygamy is a crime. And so I've gone over who the Danites are and what their intention was and what they did and where they are now. Mormons reject every word of that. They reject the great and abominable church as existing. See, isn't it interesting? The greatest con that Lucifer ever pulled was that he convinced people he didn't exist. I always thought it was that he convinced people that he was Jesus. Turns out, I was right. See, Mormons do both, technically. They don't believe Lucifer exists, but they've turned him into Jesus. The great and abominable church. That's what the first vision means, guys. I did the video the other day. That was the bombshell in it. That the great and abominable church will pose as a Christian church with Jesus as their Christ, so that they can deceive Mormons beyond the deception that Mormons are not to be Christian. And Mormons reject that that's the case. They are in denial. They reject the word of Joseph Smith. They reject the word of the Book of Mormon. They demand that it be literal history. And so I go over, oh, lamb, huh? The talking lamb of Mormons. Okay. And Mormons reject it because it's making a mockery of the true living lamb. They deny the existence, but then still claim it's literal history. And here I am getting cast out, just like Samuel the Lamanite, from the Nephites, his own people. Though he came from the south, sort of like California, Southern California. when he moved to Utah. I mean, Zarahemla. I mean, see, because what happened? What happened after Samuel the Lamanite gets cast out? Anybody? Bueller? Maybe I should watch that show. We get to 3rd Nephi chapter 1. Oh, well, that's interesting. So there's like a new star, and then there's a day and a night, and a day without a night. Huh, that's interesting. I wonder when that day would come in the latter days. Well, this is literal history. It already happened. Or did it? What's happening for 2022, guys? We just had a new star. I went over it with you. SN for supernova 2020. GTF. Is that the title? I don't think I transferred it yet, so I think it should still be in. There's also a Pittsburgh meteor, but that's something different. Apparently I've done more stuff to push it down the list. Oh, there it is. Yeah, SN 2020 TIF. Red supergiant. And right there, at the mouth of Enlil, the Babylonian head god Adam. Bizarro Adam. At the tail of the dragon. But there's more. For my birthday, his new star in the heavens, at the tip of Cygnus, right at the mouth of the dragon Draco. Did the video for you guys. This is astronomers doing it. They aren't religious people. They're science. Anti-religion. They hate religion. Telling truth through their science. And then the day, the night, and the day without a night in May is when is expected. Similar to SN 2020 TIF. But this is going to be huge. It's Beltages at the armpit of Orion, which was originally Osiris, where the 3 wise men of gold, frankincense, and myrrh point to the birth of the dog star. Interestingly, that definitely was in the year of the dog for China. Of all years. How did they know? But nonetheless, it's going to literally be like a second sun on Earth. How did they know in the Book of Mormon? Wow, because the Book of Mormon's so true, it's literal history. But wait a minute, if it's literal history, what are they doing talking about 2022 and the 2 signs in the heavens for the same year? What's up with that? But that's the Samuel the Lamanite who told them of those signs. Wow, creepy. Because I just revealed, I'm Samuel the Lamanite. I'm resurrected from the dead and reincarnated too. We'll throw in all religion. All religion is true, but only the one true church is Mormons. No, I'm not Samuel L. Lamanite, you dumbasses. But I have fulfilled him in doing what he did to the Nephites, I do to Mormons. That's how prophecy is fulfilled. And Mormons, for some dumbass reason, want to fulfill evil. And so you're ripe for destruction. And guess what's happening right now? You're being destroyed. Because you chose not to listen to the man like Moses. And so, yeah, no Mormon should be rejoicing because I'm being cast out of Utah. We all know you will track me down. YouTube employees will still throttle my channel, attack me, to cause harm, to silence my voice if I were to still continue to do videos from some other location other than this residence. Mormons will not stop hurting people. They will not stop the harm and the torture and the torment and the violence and the hate. Just because they say they no longer hate, because they did away with polygamy, they did away with racism, so we're now good. It's all a lie. Coincidentally, after the God-makers, the church purposely built a wall so that nobody could see the inverted pentagram that they showed in that video. And so now they are in denial. Oh, no, we don't. No, we're good. We're no longer Lucifer's church. We've hidden the inverted pentagram sign of him. And we have apologists who take it upon themselves to lie to the world, to claim it's revelation from heaven or another symbol of Jesus Christ's condescension to earth. Jesus, huh? Yeah, sure enough. Jesus, the idol god of Constantine, warned about in the first vision. Yep, you got that right, guys. Good job. Are there any other Mormons good? Or am I the only one? Is that why Utah is getting destroyed now? Almost 10,000 new cases. Because Cox decided, well, we better suppress the information. We'll no longer report over the weekend and when there's holidays. So yeah, 9,469 new cases on Friday. It was just 1,000 more each day. All breaking records. So how much longer? Until the whole state is immunocompromised. Is that correct? So technically only 682,036 Utahns have been infected, or tested positive anyway. So how many more Utahns are there? to be infected. The new number is over 100,000 more than what we used to have. I think it's almost 200,000 more. So it's like 3,400,000, something like that, with the 2010 cut short census. Why, Mormons? Why would you die for a prophet who wants you dead? Why will you go down denying that he wants you dead? That the church is the great and abominable church? That you're supposed to flee from it? You're supposed to keep it from existing? That's what the Lamanites did. Oh no, you secret Gadianton band, get out of here. And yet, the whole state of Utah compromised by the secret band of Gadianton so that they will not get in trouble and protect the church. Oh wait, that's in Helaman 2. Helaman 6 technically. 2 as in T-O-O. So Helaman 6, 22. And it came to pass that they did have their signs of Lucifer, their secret signs, hidden behind a wall, and their secret words within the temple: obey us, not the United States of America. Give loyalty to us, not the United States of America. If you reveal these sacred words of the temple, you have to kill yourself, that they might distinguish a brother who had entered into the covenant. Secret signs are also on the magic underwear. They even call it magic underwear in the video, God Makers. Who had entered into the covenant. Oh, government has covenants, right? No, church does. That whatsoever wickedness his brother should do. See, notice they're calling them brothers in this group, because it is partially family, as technically, generally, we're all the human family. There is no such thing as racism other than a hatred for mankind. That's the real racism. When you are a particular ethnic group hating another ethnic group, that's called ethnic, what is that called? Ethnicism, where you have ethnic cleansing as part of the hatred, violence. Should not be injured by his brother who belonged to this band who had taken this covenant. But what about me, guys? I took the covenant. I'm not supposed to be injured by Mormons. I mean, my magic underwear, they gotta be around here somewhere. And thus they might murder, plunder, steal, and commit whoredoms and all manner of wickedness, contrary to the United States Constitution, and contrary to the Christ of Joseph Smith. And whosoever belonged to their band should reveal unto the world of their wickedness, this is me, and their abominations should be cast out, according to their own laws above and beyond the laws of the United States and of the Church of Joseph Smith. I don't understand why Mormons want to die. I thought they wanted to live. I thought they wanted Zion. You're never going back to Missouri, guys. I know there's a bunch of you who believe so. Zion is it here. Nelson has declared it. It's been declared since Brigham Young's day. we're never intending to go back. And so it just became a Mormon tradition that we were going to go back. Certain prophets would get up at conference, tease Mormons about a future time to go back. And they joke and laugh. Ha ha, I'm glad I'm not assigned to Jerusalem. Are you sure Jerusalem is the location now? Because it's not. But behold, the time cometh, saith the Lord, that when they shall cast out the righteous from among you, then ye shall be ripe for destruction. It's coming, guys. Very, very soon. Now, I lose my internet on the 28th, and then by Friday of the first week of February, I have to be gone. Just 1, 2, 3, 4 more weeks. 3 weeks I'm silenced, 4 weeks I'm gone, I'm cast out. But the destruction has already begun.